Hello Red Devils, MUF's Legend here and I'm back again in the video. So Manchester United are back in action, the first game of our Premier League season, and I can't wait for this match because it will be a fantastic game in my opinion. It's very exciting to see. United ended the season very strongly last season. The first team, they were playing really good football. We were unbeaten, since January, since Bruno Fernandes's arrival. We were also unbeaten before that as well. So we were on a good run. We had momentum, and hopefully we can take that momentum from last season and we can put it towards this season. We have Crystal Palace and then the first match of the new season, and it's a must-win game. Obviously every game is a must-win game for Manchester United, but it's the first game of the season. It's against Crystal Palace. Manchester United are expected to win. Anything other than a victory will be seen as failure, and the pressure is on. The players need to perform again. We can't really have the inconsistencies that we had last season, although our squad isn't looking that great in terms of signings. We've only made one signing so far, and Jesse Lingard, Andres Pereira, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, they're all still at the club. So there's not been that massive rebuild that fans were expecting this season. We expected a lot of signings to be made, to help us challenge for the title. However, that's not been the case. We've only made one signing so far, and also outgoings, we've not really, sold anyone, to be honest. Even Marcus Rojo is back. So in terms of squad depth, we don't really have the quality in squad depth in my opinion still. And will this come into factor because of the amount of games that these players have? We can't rely on the same 11 players starting, because if one of them is bound to get injured if they play a lot of games, muscle injury or fatigue. Is our squad good enough to challenge on all fronts? In my opinion, personally, it's not. However, the first team, first game of the season, Crystal Palace. Let's get straight into the predicted lineup. So David De Gea in goal. Now, many of you may want to start Dean Henderson, but I think personally Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will start David De Gea. He has been poor recently. In the last couple of seasons, he made a lot of mistakes, David De Gea has, and he needs to fix it up this season. If he makes more mistakes this season, then I personally see Dean Henderson becoming Manchester United's #1 goalkeeper. However, it's the first game of the season, and De Gea is our #1 keeper, so he will start in my opinion. And I do think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will pick him as well. Now the back four, it's going to be the same back four for me. So Luke Shaw, he's looking really sharp. In the friendly against Aston Villa, he was very sharp. His passing was good, and he was, in my opinion, he was my man of the match against Aston Villa in the friendly. But it's only a friendly. Obviously, we need to change that performance to the Premier League. So Luke Shaw, if he stays fit this season, he can be our #1 left back. However, we were linked to a left back, Reguilon. Reguilon is now going to join Tottenham Hotspur. So Reguilon will not be joining Manchester United. So Luke Shaw is technically our only left back, because Brandon Williams, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sees Brandon Williams as a long-term right back, and Dalot will not play, or will hardly play, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to sell Diogo Dalot. Dalot is apparently he's not been training that well, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not seem to like Dalot. But anyways, Luke Shaw left back. Centre backs, I'm going to pick Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. Now some people want to see Eric Bailly play. However, it's unfair to drop Lindelof because he was good last season, and I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will drop Victor Lindelof. Now the right back position, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, obviously it has to be him. He's our best right back. He's the only proper right back that we have in my opinion, because Dalot, I don't think he's going to play that much. You saw last season, Dalot did not play that many games. Wan-Bissaka is our only option for the right back position, and he has been fantastic for us. He was amazing last season, and hopefully in this season he can improve his attacking abilities, because that will make him a more complete player. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So that's the defense. Now let's get straight into the midfield. Now it's against Crystal Palace. We need more players that can break down teams, that can find the pockets of space and feed the ball to the attackers, as well as clever running in behind. So I think, in my opinion, Van de Beek should be starting. So he's a new signing, Van de Beek from Ajax. He's a central midfielder / centre attacking midfielder. He plays both positions. So he's like a Paul Pogba in that sense. So he's a #6 and a #10. So Van de Beek, the qualities that he brings to us, we saw that in the friendly against Aston Villa. He was really good. He's running into channels. His passing of play, clever passes, key passes. Van de Beek was, he had a really good debut for us in the friendly against Aston Villa. But this will be his competitive debut for Manchester United if he does play. And in my opinion, he should be playing. These are the type of teams that we struggled to break down last season. So we need to get more quality players in, and Van de Beek is a quality midfielder. Alongside him, I want to see Paul Pogba start. Now there is questions regarding his fitness. He did have an injury. However, in my opinion, he has been training for us, so I do think he will come back into the team. And Paul Pogba, he actually had a great season last season. He was very underrated because he didn't get the numbers, but in terms of overall play, because he's playing defensive midfield more often than not, alongside Nemanja Matic. So Paul Pogba in the centre mid alongside Van de Beek. And then obviously number 10, you know I'm going to pick, is Bruno Fernandes. In my opinion, post-January, he was our player of the season. He was absolutely incredible. Bruno Fernandes, you know, the goals, assists, the vision, the passing, the work rate, absolutely incredible. He's an all-round brilliant player, and he is a world-class player in my opinion. Bruno Fernandes is absolutely incredible. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Bruno Fernandes does not get injured this season, because he's such a key player to us. An injury to Bruno Fernandes would ruin everything in my opinion, because we don't really have a direct replacement for Bruno Fernandes. Obviously, you can push Van de Beek to the number 10 position and get Nemanja Matic in, but then bringing in Matic makes him more defensive, and I don't think Van de Beek has the same qualities as Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is just on another level, and I'm really glad that we signed him, and hopefully Bruno Fernandes can carry on his form from last season into this season, which would be incredible to see. And then, front three, you know I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, and Anthony Martial. So the front three have been training with the squad. There's questions regarding Rashford as well. So he picked up a slight injury and he was withdrawn from the England squad. However, I think he should be ready to play the season, the first game of the season. So Rashford, Mason Greenwood, I wish he carries the form that he showed last season. Obviously he's a young player, but at the moment we don't look like we're going to get Jadon Sancho. So Mason Greenwood will be the number one right winger for us. He's better than Daniel James. You know, he's miles better than Daniel James. So Mason Greenwood, in my opinion, has to be starting for us. And it's obviously unfair on him because he's so young. However, age is just a number. If you're good enough, then you should be in the first 11. And in my opinion, Mason Greenwood, he's an absolutely incredible player. He's finishing. He set himself the standard last season. Now let's see if he lives up to it this season. In my opinion, he will. He's actually a very talented player. And then obviously up front, Anthony Martial. So he looked like a completely different striker from the season before that when he played under Mourinho. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got the best out of Martial. He's looking like a proper number 9. He scores goals, creates chances, very effective, clinical in the box. Martial has just turned into the complete striker, and that's all down to, in my opinion, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his coaching. And even the French manager said, Martial looks like a different person. And Hugo Lloris said that he's more confident, he's more happy, and that's probably because of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, all these players and the managers noticing that Anthony Martial does look completely different in terms of personality, playing style, looks more confident. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves huge credit for that. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's aim for this season, I don't think we can challenge for the league, in my opinion, based on the current signings we have. We've only got Van de Beek. If we do sign Jadon Sancho, and possibly a left back and Thiago, then maybe we could start challenging for the league. And it will be harsh on Oli to say that you have to challenge with the league with this squad, because one injury, then you got Andres Pereira, Jesse Lingard, who I don't think are good enough to play for Manchester United anymore. So it's unfair on Oli. Now if the board set Oli the aim of winning the challenging for the league, then that's highly unrealistic. And I feel sorry for Oli because he wanted signings. He's not got any so far. He's only got one player. We needed more signings. We needed to offload more players. But that's not happened yet. So I'm going to back Oli 100% because the board, in my opinion, so far have let him down when it comes to transfers. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will have 100% backing from me. This team is my predicted lineup to face Crystal Palace: David De Gea, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Bissaka, Van de Beek, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, and Anthony Martial. So anyways, let me know if you're excited for the first game of the new season. It's Manchester United, we're back, and hopefully we start off with a victory. So the score predictions for this game, I think Manchester United will win, let's say 3-0 to Manchester United, yes. And I'm predicting the scorers will be Anthony Martial, Mason Greenwood, and let's say Bruno Fernandes. So they're the 3 goal scorers I'm predicting for the match. 3-0 to Manchester United. Let me know who you think is going to score goals in the comment section below. Let me know your score prediction down below. And let me know whether you're excited for this season, whether you can think we can actually challenge for the league. In my opinion, we're still a bit short in terms of squad quality compared to Liverpool and Manchester City. However, if we do end up signing Jadon Sancho and other players, then in my opinion, we can challenge for the league. But at this moment in time, I don't think we can. So anyways, it's been MUF Vision. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.